Hey guys, it's Ray from Taco Logic. I just got done doing my live reaction review for episode 8 of Raid Zero. Now, I don't think that my live reaction went off so well because like halfway through the video, people left and stopped watching the live reaction, so maybe they may watch it when it's actually uploaded. I don't know. So that gives me the impression that I suck at live reactions. That was my first ever live reaction, so if I continue doing this, then I'm definitely going to make it way better. I'm definitely going to try to have it with a screen because, man, I don't really care about copyrights on my second channel. So hopefully that I could change things up for a live reaction because people still said they wanted to see it, and I might get something better for you guys. So sorry if I was kind of dull and boring. I think I made some good points throughout the video. So I'm going to express it right here on my actual review for episode 8 of Raid Zero. Now, with this episode done that the other episodes haven't done in quite a while was that this was a very lighthearted episode. It wasn't too many things going on, and there wasn't like a big cliffhanger at the end of this episode at all. Like the last other episodes just left you on the edge of your fucking seat, like with cliffhangers. And I think this was actually a very lighthearted and very welcoming episode for people out there. Like just because, like especially with the last episode when Subaru jumped off that cliff and killed himself. He committed suicide. This is like the first time he ever committed suicide in his many forms of life. His many alternate timelines that he was in. This is the first time he committed suicide. And what this episode brings us is that Subaru, he comes back, he responds, so he does indeed respond, or he actually, if you want to be technical about it or meta about it, he actually goes to a new timeline because he doesn't really time travel, he really goes into a little alternate timeline. So he goes to the new timeline, and he wakes up, he thanks the twins, he sees the twins, he thanks the twins, and he was like, okay, I'm going to try to change different, I'm going to be upbeat, I want to have them make them trust me. If they don't trust me, that's the end of it. I want to have to make them trust me. Don't reveal anything that make me seem suspicious, because if they think I'm suspicious, the tiniest bit suspicious, that's when they want to kill me. That's what that's going to try to happen. Or they want to kill me, or I'm going to die from this little shaman, right? And in this episode, we find out that that there's only one witch in this world. Only one person who's classified as a witch, and that is the jealous witch. Is that the reason she's called jealous? Because she was like on her pursuit for love, and she wanted all this love. So what she did is that she like ate like 6 other witches who represented like the 7 deadly sins, or I think she was like the 7th sin. And if you think about it, I think if she was like, it was 6 other witches, and she's the 3rd, she was like the 7th witch because she ate the other 6 witches, or she took the powers of the other 6 witches. Now I could say that she's probably greed or gluttony. She's something like that. She's probably greed or gluttony because she was absorbed with power and she wanted romance and things like that. And they said that she was so strong, it took like a dragon, it took like a hero, it took like 20,000 magicians or something like that, shamans or something, to seal her powers, but they couldn't destroy her. So it's like, it shows how strong this jealous witch is. And like definitely Emilia has some connection with this jealous witch, because we have a flashback to the episode where it's like yeah, she's called me Satala. I think that's the jealous witch name, Satala. And it was like, you have to be crazy in order to call yourself Satala, the jealous witch. And Emilia did just that, and she had no qualms about it. So now I'm trying to figure out what was in that timeline, that first timeline, what was her motivation to reveal Satala, the jealous witch name? If it is Satala, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Satala, the jealous witch name, to Subaru, who she just met. Why? Because we know that Subaru, she probably seen that Subaru wasn't from this land, but what was her motivation? Now I'm thinking back on it. Why did she reveal the name? If she knew the dangers of the name, she knew how serious the name was, like, it could have revealed so much, why would she reveal it to Subaru during that time? And that's the question I'm trying to figure out now. Why? Like, what was the motivation, or her motivation between not make up a fake name, not telling her his real name? Why Satala, the jealous witch? Why that name? And also inside this episode, like we had where that Beatrice has a new name, Byako. I love Byako inside this. So we found out that a key element inside that happens, like Subaru and Emilia. Subaru, again, he like I said, he wants to gain the trust of everybody inside the mansion. Roswell, the twins, Emilia, Bianca. I'm sorry, that's what I'm say it now. So what he does inside this timeline, he instead of saying like he wants to be a guest, he's like, okay, I want to work. And instead of choosing a guest like he did previous ones or the previous two, he said, I want to work because he wants to be close to the twins, be close to Amelia, be close to Roswell to show that he can do it. He can be someone who's trusted. He is up to the task and he's not there as a spy. Like you have it with Roswell and Rom. He's just looking like, what do you think about him? What do you think? Look at his actions. What do you think? And we haven't seen this since like episode 4, and it's episode 8 now. So like 4 episodes later, we see Roswell like a scene again. Like, what do you think about Subaru? Is he potential as a spy? What do you think? What's his things? And Subaru actually learns a little bit of magic inside this episode that he can't handle, and it's like burns him out, like chakra and like things like that. It burns him out, and what Subaru does in this episode is that he overexerts himself inside this episode way too much. Like he is just so goofy and so giddy. He's just like Amelia. He said, ooh, we're friends. He said, what about the lap pillow? We're friends. I love you, Amelia-tan. I love you. I'm doing this. We're like, oh, the twins. Hello, twins. Hello. How are you? Like he's just so joyful, and he overexerts himself because he's just like he wants to be the most friendly, the most kindness, the most goofy, and like just so it won't seem like he's suspicious. But doing all this effort, especially since he lost, he failed at the mono control that he tried to do earlier. He like tires out, he passed out, and we actually see the concern for Amelia in this episode. Like Amelia is very concerned to the point where I wish I was Subaru inside this instance. Amelia provides Subaru with a lap pillow. You heard me right, guys. Amelia provides Subaru with a lap pillow. And I'm like, damn, Subaru, you're so fucking lucky. You're so lucky. You lucky slide dog. You got a lap pillow from Amelia-tan. But while he's on Amelia's lap, he's laying on Amelia's lap to, get a little bit of rest, he cries. He cries his heart out. He cries his soul out. He's just ranting, just crying, just speaking out of what he feels like. He doesn't want to die. He sacrificed himself so many times that he wants to be friends with Amelia. He wants to be friends with the twins. He wants to do everything in his power just to be him, just to be with Amelia, just to find out who is killing him, just be inside a situation where it's like he doesn't have to die and he can be with his friends and he have memories and just be happy inside the mansion with Amelia because he loves Amelia. And so going back to one of the main points of the show, when he was talking to Biako or Beatrice, he was like, okay, how are curses, like, what is, like, is this any way to stop a curse? Because we know that this curse affected him, and then it affects him, and it started affecting Rem. I believe the blue-haired one was Rem, if I'm not mistaken. It's weird because I'm a twin myself, and I'm getting confused about Rem and Ram. So, like, people confuse me, my twin brother, up. Now I'm getting confused about Rem and Ram. Now I see what people are talking about, even though they have different colored hairstyles. And the curse travels, so it's like he wants to find a way to stop the curse. And it makes up a good point. What people in the side of the comments below have been talking about forever, since like episode like 3, forever. It was like someone inside the village that he touched. Like Biako said, there's only one thing you need. You need to have physical contact with your target in order to place a curse on them. So if it's not nobody in the mansion that is killing him with a curse, because it's most likely not because obviously one had affected Rem. So it can't be somebody in the mansion from what I know. Maybe Amelia if she has some ulterior motives. So he was like, okay, we want to go to this village. Somebody inside this village is the one that is putting this curse on them. So what he's going to do, I'm speculating that he's going to search for anybody that made contact with him. So he might sacrifice his life inside this little wing, or he might not. I can't tell yet. But so he's going to search who touched him. People said that's the dog. So it could be potentially the dog that bit him, and it actually probably had like contact with the Rem. And so it's like somebody inside this village puts this curse on Subaru to get back at him, or not to get back at him, to get him, and things like that. So the curse is the one that's going to get him. Next episode, we're going to find out how or who placed this curse on this person and who came in contact with him. So I'm pretty excited for that. So another thing is that in this episode, while he's always exerting himself, is that like you see Rim is gazing at him when he was like, "How did you know where the bases were at?" It just like shows like, are you spying on us? Are you just looking through everything? Because why do you know where the bases are at? This is like your second day. Why do you know where the bases are at? And it's just like, I just find it really, it's really crazy. And it's just like Subaru, he just wants to be loved. That's all he wants to do. Like, I'm pretty sure inside his last life, people made up some good like theories and points. People said like in his last life, like he probably was like a loser or someone who didn't have any friends, no family. Remember, he was an otaku. All he did was play games all day, so he immersed himself into a fantasy world. He wanted to be in fantasy. He didn't really care too much about reality. He had nobody who he can hang out with, he can love. And once he's inside this world, people, it's like a new him, a new Subaru inside this world that he can act whichever way he wants. He acts his way to Amelia, and he acts his way to the twins. He find people that he can love, people that can accept him for who he is, people that he can care about. So that's like his motivation for staying inside this world, and why he cares about so much about this world, and why he doesn't even want to leave. Like, he doesn't even want to leave this world. Like, we don't see him like trying his hardest to go back to his other world. If this jealous witch person brought him here, or if he's this little dragon thing, mini simulation. So, guys, that's all I have to say for episode 8 of Ray Zero. Tell me how you like it. Tell me if I should do more live reactions. I know it was a little bust earlier, you know, because I tried to do it, it didn't work out. Then I did it again. Only 2 people watched it, and they left halfway through, so I was boring as fuck. As fuck. So, how do you like it, guys? It has been Veer from Taco Logic. I will do more updates for the live reaction videos into the later week to show what I want to do. Because I do want to have some guests to help me watch it with me. So, guys, it has been Veer from Taco Logic.